G'day mate and welcome back to Factorio with me, Jenny. Over the last couple of episodes we've been working on scaling up science. Because we're doing okay on science, we're doing alright-ish, but I needed science to go a whole lot faster. Now, normally in Factorio land, prior to, Factorio 2.0, you'd aim for like 1 science per second. Just in the early game, and the mega base scale would be 60 science per second. We've been aiming a little bit higher because, well, back on Narvis, our original purple science, which caused all our problems, was already doing 150 per second. I'm keeping this here, I'm not removing this, but what I'm going to try and do is I'm going to try and scale up, well, science here on Vulcanus to 360 per second for all 6 sciences. So we have, of course, yellow, we also have purple, we have a little bit of blue, we have some military, we have some green science, we have some red science, and each of these are scaled to, well, that's the per second rate. I'm really aiming for about 360. Can I set this to 0.95? Yeah, 94. Cool, we're gonna go with 94. About 360 per second, which is a lot bigger compared to what we used to have in Factorio. But I also have a new problem that is it's 21,000 per science per minute, which I need to get from Vulcanus all the way back to Narvis. Now, we're not going to be worrying about that problem right today. Today, what I need to do is I need to get oil running for this, because I need a couple of petroleum products here to get this up and running. Can I just do the whole lot, please? Yep, I need to have, can I have a per second rate? Because that's at least a helpful number. I need to have, about 900 plastic per second. Also need to work out about 100 sulfur per second. Those two are the real big ones. Also 230 lube, just to get all the sciences up and running. Also, on top of that, I need to get just a tiny bit of molten lava, also some molten iron and some molten copper. We need, actually, let's do the line right through the middle. I need, about 30,000 molten iron per second. Also, I need to have about 21, it's more like 24, because there's a couple of extra plants that are not in a dead straight line, that I need to get a little bit of molten copper up and running. So today's plan is 1, build an oil refinery, 2, get all the molten materials, and 3, work out how the hell I'm going to get 20,000 science times by 6 into space every minute. Yeah, that's today's plan. But before we get into actually executing today's plan, can I ask that very important question? Of course, the very important question being, can I borrow a like? I just like to borrow a like. I like to borrow a like earlier in the video. Didn't enjoy the video? Didn't think it was worth your while? Well, I'm not going to even attempt to tell you how the hell you're going to transport 120,000 science per minute from Vulcanus back to Narvis. Yeah, it's going to be an awful lot. So first thing I need to do, is, probably because it's going to take the absolute longest, is, can I get an upgrade planner? Very simple upgrade planner. Can I do rocket solos, legendary, back to normal version? And can I copy a rocket solo too? I happen to have this wonderful splint of rocket solos right here, and I'm just going to copy these because I'm very, very happy with how these ones turned out. And then I'm going to head over to, red science. Red science ends right here. And can I go back to here? Can I copy the first one first? Yeah, let's do the first one first. All right. Can I have my little undergrounds come out to their maximum length? And then can I put my first rocket solo right here? Yep. And that has a splitter at the start to, make sure that we're splitting equally between 2 lanes. And then from there, I want these to flow, around that and down. And we're making 20,000 science per second, which means, per minute. So that means I need a number of rocket solos. Let's start with, how many is that? 28. Sure, can I have 28 silos? Can you guys go right about there? All right, they should be, yep, we're in the robot network, we're in the power network. So that gives me 14 on one side, 28 total. And I want to have probably 40, which is 2 minutes worth of launching. So can I put down another set? That brings me up to 26. Okay, 26 was a little bit too much. Can I cut? I need to cut. I'm only looking at one side, aren't I? Yeah, 6. Okay. Can I cut 6 off the side, please? And can I just remove those 2 splitters for right now? And that's going to be our first rocket stack. Yeah. And Mr. Spiders, can you come over here? Because I'm going to need to be able to see just a little bit. Can I get a marking belt? Just so I can try and line everything up nicely and neatly. Can I copy the first rocket solo and put that right here in front of green science? Cool. Can I take this and can I put this? Oh, there, works perfectly. And can I attach those 2? Cool. And then can I take this and can I copy this in front of blue science? No, that'd be military science. This would be blue science. And I've lost my substation. Can I have that, please? No, I didn't lose my substation. I just don't have power reaching that far. Oh, your power poles are all the way back there. Okay, legendary substation it is. Cool. And then can I do the same for purple science and then, of course, yellow science. All right. So we got a lot of markers to start with. That is 40 legendary silos. Can I paste that there? And also there. And there. And there. Spiders, can you make sure that I actually got put down properly? It did. Nice. Okay. And can I do this set here? All right. Whilst we have the bots a little bit busy, can I get trees and rocks removed in like that area? And can I also get cliffs removed in that area? I'm not really a big fan of the volcanous cliffs. Can I also get a bit of foundation? Just because I need to make sure the center belt is definitely foundation if it goes over any lava, and we're safe. Okay, so with that done, can I leave you guys to get that working? And I am missing 200 rocket silos. Yeah, I thought that might happen. Can I get this? Can we have... It's 120, that's 160, that's 200. Cool. Can I just downgrade 200 rocket silos back to normal quality? And that way I'm only looking for, well, 20 legendary. And we are short on blue circuits. Okay, if I'm short on blue circuits, can I copy you? Can I shove you right here? Can I move you back to town? Can I put you there? Can I set you to be blue circuits, legendary, please? Rotate. You have productivity of 270% from research. So can I put 2 of those in there and a whole bunch of those in there? Can I get a requester chest? No, here, and passive provider here. Can I shove materials in there, bring materials out there? And yeah, that's a lot of materials. And I want to set you, connect blue circuits, legendary. It's 200 to a rocket launch, 300 to a rocket launch. So I'm going to say if there's less than 200, please make me a whole lot of blue circuits. Yeah, 8 per second, 9 per second. And you want how many? 20 per second. Okay, not quite as much as I wanted, but it's definitely a start, and that should get the legendary silos pumped out. Normal silos looks like I have enough for them all to get placed. We just need to have the bots put down some foundations, and we should be good. Okay, can I remove my marking line because I don't need that anymore, and we can leave the bots to get things done. All right, so step 1, we're gonna have a lot of rocket silos. Obviously, once they're all placed, I need to swipe them with an upgrade planner and get them all marked up to legendary because let's face it, I don't want anything less. And, well, then we can slowly upgrade them over time. All right, with that done, I need to get an oil refinery. And I'm going to start at the back and work my way forward. I know, it's a little bit of a weird way of doing things, but I don't know how much... I know how much plastic I need, and I know how much how much sulfur I need. But I don't know exactly how much oil I need. Yeah, well, petroleum. The first petroleum product. Yeah, the refinery product. Okay, so I need to make petroleum. Cool. Can I have you and can I have you? Can I vertically flip you? Cool. Can I have... Well, this is going to be heavy. Oh, this is going to be light oil. That's going to be water. And then can I do 3 of you? And can I throw power... Can't put power there. I can put power here. Cool. Can I have more beacons? Like everywhere. Yep. And can I throw a bunch of probe mods in here? All right. So step number 1, I have 3,000 petroleum gas. Okay. 3,000 petroleum gas is hopefully enough. We're going to find out. All right. With that done, I need to have, well, somebody needs to do heavy into light because we're going to need a whole lot of light. And I want to, one of you's water, one of you's light. Okay. And I'm not sure which one's which yet. Okay. Can I copy you? Can I flip you? Can I put you there? Can I shove this pipe through to there? And then that can be our water. Can I put you here? If that's going to be water, can I bring water to here? And then can I join this light oil to this light oil? Okay, and then obviously this light oil to this light oil. And I currently need about 2,600 light oil. That's 1,600. That's a far cry different. Can I put you guys here? Yep, that's the right range. They're all affecting it. And that's 2-2. We're still a little bit short, but we're much closer. Can I put you on that side? Yep. Can I put water here and grab my water, bring it across there, and then obviously, well, actually, I don't need that many pipes. That should be our heavy, and I'm looking for 2-6. That's 3-2. Cool. That's plenty of, well, light oil to make our petroleum. Again, I'm not sure if this is going to be enough petroleum. We're going to get there eventually. Can I link that to there and that to there? And can I throw it underground from this side to this side? Cool. All right. Next step is the good old refinery. Please tell me I have that in my request group. I do not. Cool. Can I have a... I do have a foundry. That's a foundry. I want a refinery. This one. Cool. No, I don't have it on request. Okay. So, refineries have two recipes. They have the coal liquefaction recipe, and we have the simple coal liquefaction recipe, which, well, is what we're probably going to choose. Because I've done the maths, I've done the calculations between the two, and at the end of the day, it seems the simple one is just as effective. After you look at Legendary with prod mods and everything else, the maths is very, very little difference. This needs, well, 2 coal for 24. This needs 2.75 coal, so a little bit more coal, for 38 heavy oil. But then of the 38, I'm losing about 7 of it to go back into the process. So all in all, it's roughly about the same. And neither of them have beacons. No, neither of them have beacons. As for the steam, well, the steam just replaces the acid in this one. The calcite cost is, well, negligible. So yeah, I'm going to go with the simple one because, well, it's simple. It should make my life a little bit easier. All right. Can I have you here? Can I put you here? And can I put you here? Because I'm willing to bet at 2,400. I'm going to need at least 3 of these guys. Can I... Okay, can we work on heavy oil? Can I bring the heavy oil to here, to here, to here? Can I throw you in here, you in here? Oh, before I forget, I need somebody to do lube.
There's no time for lubricant.
That's going to be important. Well, maybe it's not if you like it rough.
There's always time for lubricant.
But we're going to assume that we want lube at the other end.
How you going in?
Rectally.
Here, that should tuck you out of the way. Can I move you back a tile? And no, you are in range of the beacons. Okay, can I get that there, and link you to you? Okay. Can I get acid to come to here, and acid to come to here, and we'll go from here to here. And I think that's all I need. Yeah. So I need 2.5. I have 1.5. Cool. If I take the number of beacons and double it, does that give me the magic numbers I need? Yeah, not quite, but we're getting close up. Can I? Okay, first off, those can go up one more time. Thanks, autosave. Those can go up one more tile. You have 6 beacons. You have 8 beacons. You have 4 beacons. Okay, we can probably throw a substation up there and improve this. Can I move this to the right? Let's go with, well, another beacon. That would be another beacon. Cool. Can I put, well, can I cut this with the beacon and put you there? Put another beacon in here. Can I move you to the other side? Can I throw a beacon here as well? And our new total is 2-1. Okay, it wasn't as helpful as I thought. Can I put you here? Probably. Can I can put a beacon here. I can put a beacon here, and I can put a beacon here. Okay. And 2-1. Probably helps if those two had power. Okay. 2-3. And I need 2.5. Okay. Can I throw another beacon here and here? That shouldn't interfere. And 2-4. 2-4. I also need... Actually, that's probably too much coal. Can I undo those two? How much coal is that? Still probably a little bit too much. So I probably can't run this at full speed, which means... so this was 3-3. And... Oh, I only need 2-6. Okay, you guys got a lot more heavy. Cool. Yeah, you got extra beacons. Alright, that's fine. That's fine. This is probably going to give me enough. So we're going to need... that's 2-6. Can I remove that beacon? And 2-6. 2.5. The max amount of coal I can get sort of like 240-ish. Okay, 244. So that gives me 2135. You are far too much. So can I pull this off and this off? And turn my robots on. It's going to be so much quicker as they're right here. Okay, we're looking for 2.5. 2.4 gives me 3.1. 3.1. Actually, 3.1 gives me a lot. Okay, so we can do 3.1 into who knows how much. Let's throw. Actually, let's just get a strip of you and throw you all there. So 3.1 light is that's 3.4. Can I remove 2 of you and 3.2? I have about 3,500 petroleum to play with. Cool. All right. So this is going to be our build for oil. Obviously, I'm going to need to bring in coal on one side, power side on the other. The good news is I've already run a whole bunch of coal belts. Well, down to about here now. Can you go under? Can you go under? Can you go under? You go under, and calcite's right here. So that should be fairly simple. What's not simple is the big problem. That is the amount of plastic I need. So I have these guys. They need basically a full belt worth of plastic. Plus I have these two down here, which need 50 plastic. Plus I have this build over here, which needs another 150 plastic. So those two can go together, obviously. I have this one, which needs another basically full belt of plastic. And I have this one, which is also going to basically need a full belt of plastic. So I have a 1 belt, 2 belt, 3 belt, 4 belts worth of plastic. Which is, you know, 480, 920, 920. I need roughly 900 plastic. Yeah. I would love to use legendary cryogenic plants. As you can see, there's already one goes down. My problem is I don't have them. So, what we're going to do is we're going to start with a basic cryogen plant. We're going to put a beacon here, beacon here, beacon here, beacon here, and a beacon here. And we're going to go do-si-do and rotate this around. So I have maximum beacon coverage. Can I just get a substation right there so we get power? We're going to choose plastic. Yeah. I have, I'm lucky, 130% productivity built in already via research. So we've done plastic. Done a couple of tiers. Not many. I can definitely do a whole lot more. It's pretty cheap, but unfortunately, our gleba size is the absolute worst. So what I need to do is I need to add some prod mods. If I had 4 of them, that'll take me up another 100%. That's 230. That's 255. That's 280. That there is 300. That's the maximum limit, which means I can put in a speed module. Except you're going to make 400 plastic, which technically is not quite 2 full belts worth. But if I upgrade you to uncommon, you go a little bit faster, and that gives me to 544. That is definitely a full, well, 2 full belts worth of plastic, but a lot of beacons. If I, actually let's remove some beacons. So I can start removing some beacons, which frees up a bit more space. That's 475, so I can delete, what was that? 3 beacons? 3 beacons. Okay, get rid of 3 beacons. Can I copy those and move them out of tile? Cool. Got rid of 3 of them. All right. If I go from uncommon to rare, I'm now doing 607. So it means I get rid of at least you 2. That's 561, another 3 probably. Cut these and out 1 tile. 483. So I can get rid of half the beacons already at rare. The big question is, do I happen to have epic ones? I have epic ones. How many epics do I have? 11. Not bad. All right. So we're now up to 573. I move you 2 out of tile. Still at 501. 461. That's just a little bit too slow. So I need to have... well, actually, if I hover over this, it'll tell me 6 beacons. So I need to have 6 beacons. So I get rid of that. I get rid of that. I get rid of that. A little bit odd shaped, but that's okay. All right. Before we get too carried away, can I have 2 of you? 2 of you. Can I have you go up, in, and then out, and then this is going to go that way. That'll give me a full 480, well, 240 belt out from our machine, and that'll give me a second one. That's nice. That's definitely a start. You probably fit there very nicely. You do. Okay, I like this so far. All right, so this is going to give me 500 plastic, which is 2 belts worth, but I need more. So can I put a second build? Getting the plastic out of there is going to be difficult. Can I put you facing north instead? Okay, then can I put the second build here, which is going to give you more beacon coverage, which you don't need, but, you know, probably doesn't hurt too much. Okay, and then you have too many beacons now. So can I... Oh, it's out of range by tile. Can I move this up a tile? Actually, yes, let's move it up a tile. So you're doing 460. You're also one tile too far out. Okay, can you go over here so you get catched by your actual beacons? Perfect. And then this can come over one tile. And I have 10 beacons, so I can get rid of this one, that's for sure. And you're only affecting that one, which is doing 501, so I can move this beacon to here without it changing the one on the right. It will change the one, well, it will maintain the one on the left, but it won't change anything on the right hand one. Okay, can I move you to here as well? You still have 8 beacons, you still have the 6 that you require, and it looks like I can get a straight shot of petroleum from here to here. I also need to get coal in, that's a separate problem, we'll worry about that in a little bit. Actually, can I put you here instead? Alright. So this should be 4 belts worth of plastic, which is the amount I need. On top of that, I also need to get... Where is blue? Blue science is right here. I need to get 91 sulfur. Okay. Can we grab... Actually, let's just start with one of these. I've got a couple of spares. Can I change you over to sulfur? Sulfur has no research on it, so we're just going to go all prod, and you're going to produce 5. Can I put you over here where you find some beacons? 280. Cool. Can I move you to... Actually, can I go with this solo beacon? 137. And I only need 90 of that, so I'm not going to use 600 petroleum. I'm going to use about 500 and something. Okay, and you only need 1 beacon, which gives me plenty of freedom to put you anywhere. Can I just give you... Oh, 2 inserters and a belt. Okay. You could live... If I vertically flip you, how well does that water line up with that water? It's close. Not quite spot on, but it's close. You design have petroleum across the back. Okay, if I slide all of this up one tile, it does mean the water from here lines up with that, which is nice. Okay. It also means that my petroleum, actually underground first, can line up with this and go in there and then come over to here, go around the corner, and I get petroleum here, which does reach. Cool. We can just cover all the ports, it doesn't matter. You're only using 1.2, so you're not going to max out the ports. Ports have a limit of 6,000 per second. No, per minute. Per minute. Per minute? Per second. Something. 6,000. 6,000 per port. You have 3 ports, so therefore your max would be 1,800. But the question is, how much petroleum is this? This is 4. Actually, no. You have way too much now. Okay, can I move you up a tile so you get no beacon coverage? And I know I needed 500 for that. So you need 1,000? Really? Oh, no. 2,500. Plus this guy needing another 500 is about, roughly, back of the napkin maths, about 3,000 petroleum. You are doing 4,000, providing I can feed you 3.5. I'm going to feed you almost 3.5, providing I can do 2.5, and I'm doing 2.1. So if I do this and I say 0.8, okay, so I'm going to get about 2.8 out of this in the way of light oil. And if I do this and I bring this down to 0.85, we'll just start there. Okay, 80. That didn't update. 2.875. I got a little bit too many beacons. So I should have about 3,000, and you guys need a little bit short of that, plus the extra 500. We need about 3,000. So this should work. Should. I don't know till I test it, obviously, but this should work. The only other problem I need to desperately deal with is going to be water. So you guys are going to need... Oh, and you need water. Okay, can I move you back over here? So you need... Nope. One tile closer. You need 500 water. Okay. So we know you need about 500 water, and you guys need 5,000 water. The maths is a little bit wrong, but if we aim for 6,000 water, we should be okay. Oh, actually, and you. I need to have batteries. I almost forgot. I need to have 62 batteries. I don't have legendary, so let's just roll you back a tile and go for epic. That says 23. Can I put all of those in there? That says 66. Okay, and your acid just comes straight out of the ground, so that should be easy. All right, so I need to find about 5,000 water. Okay, 5,000 water. Can I get one of these base version? And can I do this recipe? Acid neutralization. That'll give me a bunch of steam. It's going to give me 4,000 steam. Can I put you here? That gives me 39,000 steam. 39,000 steam is a little bit more than what I can put through the ports. Can I just delete you temporarily? 29. I can do 6, 12, 18. 18 is really the amount I'm looking for. So, okay, maybe to here. You're going to do 4. Okay, can I put that back before I forget? So, let's just work on pure speed modules. 1, 2, 3. That's 19,000. 19,000 is a good starting point. So that's going to be basically all 3 ports saturated. And then can I have your friend? And your friend is going to do steam back to water. And I need you to take in 19,000. So 1, 2, 3. That's 9.5. That is 17, 18. That'll do. Okay. So you're going to do this. This will give me 1.7 thousand, well, 1.7k water. Now, if I upgrade you to uncommon and power, please, you're now going to do 25. So if I can pull out some of those, 15, put one back, 18 is even better. I don't really, actually, maybe I can. What happens if I upgrade you to that? You're doing 5. 5's not a good answer. You're now doing 11. Doing 18,000. You're doing 18,000. You're doing 18,000. That's 1.6k water. Okay. And if we go one higher to rare and to rare, can I copy that to there and that to there? You're going to do 6. You're going to do 3.2. Can I get 1? 14,000. 22,000, which is too much. Let's go 3 here. 15,000, 19,000. So 19,000. I'll use 4 speed modules rather than this needing 5, 6, 7 speed modules. I prefer to use a rare for that. And 18,000 is the perfect amount, which would be 2. So can I take you and call you to a pair? And then can I put this? Acid's going to be here. This first set's going to be way too fast, but that's fine. Can I do that? Okay. If I do that is, no, it's going to be this amount times by 3, which is 5, 1, which is, borderline. Okay, so I need to slow you down to 19,000 steam. Can I pull that out, all of those out. 23,000. I downgrade you 1. 18,000. Okay, 18,000 is fine. You're going to do 18,000. You're doing way more than that because you're already being hit by a beacon. You're still doing 51,000. Can I take you back to a base version? You're doing 39,000. 39,000 is more likely to throw a pipe, but that should be roughly the maths I need. Okay, can I put acid here and here and here? Can I get a pipe from there to there? Can I get an inserter here, here, and here? This should be water, which sort of fits into my little refinery very well, I have to say. And that should be all the water connected. It is. That should be all the steam connected. It is. That should be all the acid connected. Yes. That should be all the petroleum. I need to get coal in here, which is going to have to probably... can I slide you up? Probably have to come in here. Can I face you that way? Can I put 2 inserters here, 2 inserters here, and then we'll just bring coal around the outside? Or actually, I want this tile. Can I move? No. But I could do that. That's the exact tile I wanted. Okay. Can I? Okay. And if I go underground here, that's also the exact tile I wanted. Okay. Can I? If I just drag, do you not have any good answers? Okay. I want to go from here to... Oh, no, I can reach, but then I can't. The beacon's in the way. Actually, we're still doing 3,700. Okay, so I can bring the coal right through the middle of the build, which is super convenient. And we can call that a done deal. So, all I need to do is, well, bring coal in, bring calcite, bring coal in, bring calcite in, plug my plastic in my plastic, plug my sulfur into my sulfur, grab my acid, which is, well, right here. Can you be legendary, please? And can I throw a couple of those in there and bring that down? Grab my calcite, plug that in there. So that should be fine. It's just running some belts. That's perfectly fine. All right, then we need to go deal with, well, the molten copper, molten iron problem. Also, I've had to put in a whole bunch of pumps because the pipes are far too long. All right, first things first is we grab our upgrade planner we used before and we run it backwards and make sure those silos know that they need to be legendary. 8 of them are already ready to place down. As for the rest, they're going to take a minute or two. All right, so with step 1 done, step 2 is actually work out how much we need. So I have these 2 machines here. These 2 machines here need 1,500 molten copper. Everything else is in a dead straight line, which makes my job a whole lot easier. Also makes the blueprint a little bit prettier in my opinion. So I need 21.7. We're going to call it 23 and change. Also, I need 30,000 molten iron. So we're going to start with, well, a foundry. Can I make you here? Can I also throw power? Let's go with right there. Can I get 1, 2, 3, 1, 2? Can I copy this? Yep. And rotate and rotate and rotate. Cool. Can you do let's go with that one. Okay, so you're gonna do 8,000 in lava and 6,000 out. Oh no, actually I forgot prob mods. That's gonna be important. Cool. You need to have 7.9 thousand lava in. That's a separate problem. We'll get to that eventually. And 9.9k out. And I need to have at least 30,000. So if I need 30,000, I also have potentially 400 stone per second to deal with. So let's start with this 400 stone. Can I put you there? Can I be making just a tiny bit of landfill? That's the one. And with my tiny bit of landfill, you're going to consume 3,000 stone per second. Per second. Wow. Can I get you an inserter or 5? Perfect. And I'm going to give you a long hand inserter to get rid of the landfill into the lava. Perfect. All right, so this is going to be blueprint number 1. It's now only doing 9.6, and I need to get rid of 4. I need to make 30,000, so I'm going to need 4 of these guys, which is, yep, just a number we're just going to roll with. Can I put you there, there, and can I put you here? Can I move you up a tile? And can I then go underground, out, 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 and out? Okay, so this is the molten iron, which I definitely want to line up with. So can I cut this? Can I delete all the foundations? Can we put this... Okay, can I get a little bit of foundation? Yep, here and here. Because you can't underground without having a foundation because, well, you can't put an underground through lava. Who would have thunk it? Okay, can I put you there? And you line up with the iron line. Perfect. So, your blueprint number 1, I can't overlap them. Horizontally flip. Definitely can't overlap. Can I flip you back that way? And you're doing 9.2. 9.6, 9.2, that's fine. If I still get 4 of them, that should give me everything I need, being... well over my 30,000 limit I needed. Can I have you, you, and you? So you are going to be 28,000. This should bring me well into above what I actually need. So that should solve that problem. Can I put a roboport here in the middle of the lava lake? All right. The other line is copper, which is right here. So can I... Yep, let's put you there. Can I need to... Well, foundation that, and then put you here. And then I need to change this recipe to be molten copper. Molten copper from lava, that's the one. And then, well, I need the foundations delivered. That group of robots? No, not that group of robots. The other group of robots. Okay. You're doing 9.6. Okay, and I needed, quick double check. We needed 2.1 plus another 1.5, so we're going to go with 23. And you're doing 9.6. So if I need 23, that would be 3 of them. 3 of them should do the job. So we should be able to copy this and paste this here and paste this here. No. Try again. Can I put this? I technically could have put you on the other side and had just a little bit more landfill. Okay, can I put you there? And can I put you the other way around and put you there? Yes. That way, you know, the last one also goes on the outside and gets a small boost. Okay, so we should have 28,000. 28,000 should be plenty. Calcite. Calcite, Okay, calcite. Calcite. I'd really like to deliver things by belts if possible. So can I bring calcite in here, and in here, and in here? Okay, I need to fill in that tile, and that tile, so the undergrounds actually work. Can you face the other way? Can you face the other way? Can you face the other way? You can have an inserter, and inserter. Everybody probably needs to become legendary, but I can worry about that in a little bit. Can I do the same on this side? Well, actually, can I do belts going on this side? So that tile, and that tile. And then I can grab... No, I can't underground through here because that would block you from actually being able to output. Okay, so can I have you come in here and all the way around? And you're going to do the same. And Roboport that was doing so well needs to go one tile to the right. Calcite comes in there, and calcite comes in there. Cool. In, and then we just need to have an inserter here, and here. Okay. Calcite. Calcite should be fairly easy. It's right here, and more importantly, with the mining productivity 160, the mines are now set up like this. That is a full belt of coal. You're going to do 250 per second. You're also going to do 250 per second, which means if I take 2 of you, and actually, can I just place them? You need a calcite, right? Yeah, you need calcite. Can I place this here? Can I face you down and bring that to there and bring that to there? Can I remove that? And can I just twist this belt? The bot's going to take a second to get there, and then they need another second to actually bring across the modules, and another second to plug in all the belt. Actually, the belt was pretty quick, but I really want the modules because a fully maxed out stacked belt is 32 items per second, and if I do this, it stays at 32 items per second. So that makes my life a whole lot easier. I'm also worried that I don't have enough water. Mathematically, it says I do, but I'm worried about a throughput issue. Okay, so with that done, I need to get a little bit of lava. You guys need to have 52,000 lava. Cool. We actually, can I put in? I'm going to do a splitter. Yeah, I feel like I should probably rearrange everything to have. Actually, can I put you? Undo. Can I put you here and here? Yep. Can you go through there and run this into here? And then you can go from here to here, and then run this up, around, and in. And then you can just do a short little gap. It helps if the belts are probably in the right direction, and into there. Okay, lava. I need a lot of lava. 52,000. So can I grab a pump? And you are a legendary pump, so you do 3,000 per second. Can I go there? Yep, 3,000 per second. Okay, can I go there and there and there and there and more of them? Just 1 or 2 of them. Yep. We're gonna need a lot of these to get to 52,000 per second, but that's fine. Can I keep going? All right. Can I get your lava and your lava? Okay, that's a bit of a boo-boo. Can I get... I've inverted things. So can I move you to this side? Can I move you to this side as well? Can I fill in that one tile? And yep, you're going the right way. So now I get the lava pipe from here to... Okay. Fill in foundations all the way through, so we can see what the hell we're doing with the pipes. That's not far enough, but I can shorten that and then run lava to here and lava to there. Okay, all lava pipes are now interconnected, so I just need a straight pipe right across the front of all lava. Perfect. And you are going to do 63,000. Look, that's probably more than we need. Can I plug you from here to here? And that's all my lava plugged in. All right, so that was 62,000 lava, but I also have this, and this that also need their own lava, which is another 52,000. Oh, 52,000 doubled is just more pumps. Can I put you there? Can I plug you in? And then can I put a row? Well, actually, can I just copy this row? And then can I put another row right there? Well, okay. Can I put pipes here? And also pipes here? I'm a little bit worried about you. Can I rip that one up? And not build on... Okay. Okay, can I remove that? And put you back there. And... See, it says I can build it. Well, it says somebody's going to build it. Okay, it does work. Okay, can I put you there and you there? All right. And max react calculator says that this is 123,000 lava. And just to confirm, if I do sort of everything, I needed lava. Oh. I have 123,000. I'm only using 104,000. So I have 18,000 spare. I have a pump or two spare. Okay, lava. Lava needs to come into this. I'm definitely going to have a problem with the pipe length, but, well, that should be hopefully easily fixed. Can I plug you into there and you into there? Okay, and plug you in and plug you in. All right, so I need to get calcite. I need to get this lava, well, from here all the way through to here and here. I need to plug in the plastic into the plastic bits, the sulfur into the sulfur bits, the lube into the lube bit all the way over... No, lube's right here. Yes, lube is right here. Sulfur's all the way over there. I need to bring in the coal and the calcite, and we're only 180 rocket loads short. They'll get built in good time. But what I want to do is I want to not bore you with running all the belts and just get it done. All the pipes have been run, all the belts have been run. Now's the ultimate question of, does it actually work? So we're going to hook up coal, which is going to go down to grenades. At the same time, we're going to hook up calcite. So with the calcite running, that should get both the molten iron and the molten copper running. Yes, I did add a couple of extra machines because, well, I prefer to have too much molten iron rather than not enough molten iron. Same goes with copper. And no, I want this one, and I want find science. That's a great graph. I like that graph. That's an awesome autograph. Yeah. Can I? Well, no. 1 minute. We should stop out at 22-ish. 22.6 should be the final goal. So red science is definitely running all the way to the end. Green science is waiting on inserters, which is well, just waiting on probably the belts to back up so the gear machine can send more gears this way. Nope, all the gears are going that way, so it's just waiting on every machine to buffer. Again, let's look at this. So red science is running at the 23k, green science at 21, and I'm willing to bet like the last machine or two is not running. They've just fired up, and maybe I need to do something about you side loading, but you're gonna have to, well, actually you got 32 in there already. Yeah, okay, cool. Can I do this? Cool, let's do that. All right, military science is also running. So back in the production stats, military science is just turned on. Yep, that one, we're at 1.3 and climbing, 7, 8, okay. So you're gonna take a second for everything to pre-buffer. We're waiting on the grenades to get down there, which, well, just need a little bit of time to be produced. Blue science. Blue science is not running because somebody hasn't turned on oil refinery. So oil refinery needs to have coal slapped in there, and also needs to have acid slapped in there. So with that done, that should turn on the oil refinery. You guys should start making, well, our heavy oil. Heavy oil should be able to also combine with the water to make light oil into petroleum, and that should give us sulfur. The plastic's not turned on yet. Maybe we should add this belt as well, and then we can turn on the plastic for, well, everything in these red circuits, including blue science. So that should get the plastic running here, the plastic running here, plastic running here, and also plastic running here. And just to double check, can we go science? So military science is capped out at about 23, blues at 22, and reds obviously at 23 as well. Can I close that again, please? Can we, so you guys have sulfur, you're just waiting on plastic, which is coming on a very long belt. But at the same time, we have, well, red circuits popping in down here, which should get our electric furnaces running, which should get purple science turned on as well, along with, of course, the prod mods. Yeah, good old prod mod 1, basic version, not even legendary. Wow, so easy. Oh, I just thought what would be required for legendary purple science. Yeah, pass. Okay. You guys seem to be outputting without a problem. Nobody seems to be jammed and have too much stock that they can't output. You guys, again, seem to be the same. I want to either see a very full belt or a belt with just a little bit of gaps in it. Little bit of gaps means I'm not pushing the inserters too hard and they have room to output. By the same token, there are definitely some belts that need to be fully compressed. This steel, for argument's sake, needs to be fully compressed. The stone doesn't quite need to be fully compressed, and as we can see, you're running most of the time. You can't output on the right-hand side because you're outputting on the left-hand side because these guys are taking from the left-hand side, and you definitely don't have a stone shortage. So that should be fine. It's definitely a red circuit shortage, which just means, well, actually, it's not even a shortage. You're running flat out. Okay, purple science is definitely turned on. Again, no. Science. Purple's up to, actually, it's already running. So is utility science. They're both already running at full speed. Okay, cool. So the whole build works. Everything seems to be running without a problem. Nothing's exploded, which is always a good sign. This plastic belt's not quite full, which is output full. Oh, because it's being split. This is a 240 belt. I'm taking 50 this way and 150 that way. So it should have a little bit of excess on it. So actually it's perfectly fine. Yeah, it's full at the end. So I call that a win. All right. So had to add a few extra things. Well, I wanted to be sure. So I added a little bit extra steam to water compression. Also added a few extra, well, molten copper, molten iron, because I want to see these pipes full. They're not full. They're at, well, you're at 70%, which is good. You're at 30%. Obviously, the more full they are, the faster the molten iron flows into the buildings, the higher chance they have actually having a full output. There are definitely some buildings. Actually, I think this steel, where's the steel? This steel. Yeah, this steel I'm pushing hard. So the more full the pipe is, the better chance it has of being, the more full the pipe is, the faster it fills into the building. Yes. Because the flow rate is now limited by, well, basically how full the pipes are. How full the pipes are influences just marginally how full the output is. So you're meant to be doing 257, you're meant to be doing 257. Both of those are above 240, but as you can see, the belt's not fully compressed. And it's not really down to inserter timing. It's down to, you know, if I had just a little bit more fluid, maybe I'd do a little bit better. I could always find where the pumps are and add a pump there, but we're just going to need to leave this run. In saying that, we're producing 22,000 science per minute, which means one of these little boxes, even at the scale of legendary, fills up every minute. Which also means in the very next episode, I need to work out how we're going to get 22,000 multiplied by 6 different sciences being 120,000 science back to Darvis every minute. Yep. Yeah, also, whilst we're here, whilst we're still on Vulcanus, we should probably do something about Vulcanus science and make sure it's running at the same caliber, because for Gola science, we upgraded a long time ago, and this is already doing a full belt's worth, but Vulcanus science is, where the hell is it? One machine. Yep, I just have one machine. Sure, it's legendary, it's got a whole bunch of beacons, but there's one machine, so we should probably scale that up in the next episode as well. Also, I definitely want to, after this experience, look at trying to get the cryogenic plants in legendary, which just means I need lithium plate, and it also looks like And it's a sulfur power problem. All right, but all that's gonna have to wait for the very next episode. As always, thank you guys so much for watching. Do hope you're enjoying. And also, don't forget the blueprints if you are interested in them. If you want to try and put together a build like this yourself, they're available on Patreon. It's my way of giving back to those that support the community. And maybe by next episode, there'll be a power plant there as well, because obviously I need a little bit of power. Probably even more when rockets decide to launch. Oh yeah, that's where half my power goes, easily. Whole lot of rocket stars. All right, that's it. I'm out. Thanks for watching. See you next one. Bye.